Today in Final Fantasy Standard, we easily got to Mythic with a new mono black, playing 3 CECIL, some tiny bones, and a stacked 3-drop spot. Look how beautiful those cards are. By the way, look at this. Look at this, guys. We went 28 and 12. I did play some different versions. Our last version went 16 and 4. What? I mean, this is a lot of games, guys. You're not going to want to miss it. This deck rocks. Mythic! Mythic with a 4 rare deck. Let's go. Yeah! Smashing. Let's go. Hey, it's Mythic Mike, guys. We are in Mythic again, and thanks to this black, beautiful deck, my God, guys, the benefit of me traveling is I was playing on my phone, so I just got to perfect one deck, and boy, did we fully perfected this. We min-maxed the synergies. We got it down for the meta. As you saw, we went 16 and 4 in the last version and 28 and 12 overall. This is insane. And we've got, our new card is CECIL, but the whole framework is a little different. One thing to say in this is look at the death touch. 3 death touch, 2 death touch, 6 more death touch. And then we've got Gix, so like they have to block or we're drawing cards. Thing's awesome. So I guess we'll start with, I did move away from full mono black skeletons for this deck. And I do think this one's probably even better. But we do have the little skeletons, right? This comes back when you commit a crime, has haste if corpse is in. This keeps making skeletons, and when you descend, you bring it back to your hand. We still got skeletons, baby. Don't worry, we're not giving up on that. But now, we not only are playing Tiny Bones, which we often don't, right? Where if you deal combat damage to a player, you can play a card from their graveyard, which is really good right now because people are ditching a lot of cards. There's a lot of graveyard strategies, even with smaller creatures. But also, the Death Touch helps us with Gix, as we'll get into, and obviously this is buffed and has haste with corpses. But then we got another Death Touch, boy, the new one. I've gone back and forth on this card, but I've ultimately realized it is good. I talk about it a little in the games, how like it's weird that you're hurting yourself because it almost feels like you don't even break even, but it doesn't really play out that way. It plays out really nice, I guess, for a few reasons, but 1 mana, 2/3, it is legendary, unfortunate. Human Knight. When it deals damage, you lose that much life. Then if your total is less than 10 or equal to 10, untap it and transform it. You untap it, and it becomes this 4/4 lifelink thing, and whenever it attacks, other attacking creatures get indestructible. This applies even if you block their creature, so it's dealing damage to anything, including a creature. What's really nice is 3 toughness makes it harder to kill. That's overlooked. Additionally, we've got a good amount of lifelink, as we'll get into, to kind of get this back, but realistically, like, look, when this thing flips, 4/4 lifelink is nasty. And even though it's legendary, you can have 1 of each, as you'll see. So pretty sweet. So, I mean, those are some sweet 1-drops. Let's be honest. In the 2-drop spot, we got Deep Cavern. So a lot of people are playing mono black with a ton of hand hate, like 4 Duresses, a bunch of the ones that get artifacts, like the 1-drop hand hate. I don't love hand hate, so I didn't go that route. I went the removal route and using Strategic Betrayal to mess up combo decks. But we do have Deep Cavern, which is a little bit of hand hate, right? You look at their hand, right? It is a crime for Forsaken. The lifelink does help you sustain for sure. We've got 1 case of skeletons, another skeleton, and also can find any card. So it's nice just to have a tutor card in there. We went over corpses. Now look at these 3-drop spots. Never has this 3-drop spot been so stacked. I talk about how I wish I could play the new 3-drop equipment, but I mean, what are you going to give up, right? Slasher obviously is just great right now, even outside of any type of demon shell, even though it's not a demon, it's always in the demon deck. The fact they have to kill it twice, the fact that it can just kill anything, and it does a ton of damage to them in a shell that we have some, we're putting out some damage, is just nasty. We are playing Quasi Revenant. This is really, really good in the meta right now. It actually like kind of counters Cutter, because this flyer can kind of just get through. They don't really want to block with their slick shot, even if they have it, and it can sustain you. Flying Death Touch lifelink. But remember too, from the graveyard, you exile and you put a Flying Death Touch lifelink on a creature. We can give one of our skeletons Flying Death Touch lifelink, or we can give Slasher it, which does come up. And please note that Slasher, if you put those counters on it, it will no longer regen because it says if it has counters on it, it won't regen. But it's still worth it to put a flying thing through the air that deals half their damage, right? And gains you 2 life. So those go really well together. Gix, I love Gix, but I haven't been able to find a great place for it, but this is definitely it. I mean, like I said, we got a lot of 1-drops. 5 of them have Death Touch. And then we got Death Touch, and this one's through the air. This goes through the air, so it's hard to block. So we're going to draw a lot of cards off Gix. When it deals damage, we can pay a life and draw a card, right? Also, losing life in some matchups is good, because then we get to the flipping of Cecil. Very, very nasty. 2 soul stones, which can be skeletons, right? Or it'll be anything, but good. We're playing 3 pylons. Surveilling is just really nice, and it can still tap for a mana of any color if we really need it, but this is just really nice. People overlook it because it gives you card selection, but additionally we can ditch like Quasis to the graveyard to play them back, or Forsaken Miner. It also is a descend trigger for corpses. So super, super nice. Now in our removal, we're doing a little different, guys. We're doing a little different. We are now kind of cut down boys. So we are doing 2 stabs. The reason is stab is still really important in decks. It's a little less important when you're playing Death Touch, guys, because one benefit of stab is if they block one of our small skeletons, we can kill it the rest of the way, but they're not going to be able to block Death Touch. It'll die anyways. But stab is nice because obviously it kills, you know, mono red things without losing life, and kills their slick shot even if they buff it. But additionally, it is always a crime, and we can play it on a big creature to get back Forsaken. So that's why part of the reason I really like it. But realistically, like VV is a 0/3. There's a bunch of 1/3s now. So cut down does some work. So, you know, you might even want to consider 4 cut down outside of shells where you play Forsaken. Forsaken kind of requires stab, or it makes it way better because, again, you want the crime trigger. You don't want to not have a cut down, not be able to play it, and then you can't even get back for your Forsaken. But cut down is making a comeback, guys. We're in a different meta now. And we do have a good amount of removal, right? That's there. We have go for the throat. And again, we can find it with Case. It just gives us another potential option. 1 feed the swarm, kill an enchantment, also lose life, which can help flip CECIL. And then strategic betrayal. So this is how we avoid having to play hand hate. Because first of all, we have like recursion here. We got card draw, right? And recursion here. We have a little hand hate, but the combo decks of today are reanimate, right? So omniscience, of course, but also like the new one with the enchantment guy, that the 5 mana green white one that like brings things back from your graveyard. People are still playing just like reanimate, Valgamoth, and strategic betrayal will deal with all that. Now what you might have to do is, if they have 4 mana and they're going to have 5 and they're going to play their enchantment guy, you might just have to wipe the graveyard with this without killing a single creature. Still worth it. So don't just save this if you think they're going to try a graveyard combo. Just play it for the graveyard hate. Also just like really nice, right? Gets around ward, messes up mono red still. So I mean, guys, it's a masterpiece. It is a straight masterpiece. Like and subscribe, smash the like button. We've made the best black mono black deck. Mark my words. Let's go. The Wizard 001. Let's go. All right, we actually can do pretty well against this deck. Especially, Farsi Revenant is surprisingly good against Cutter, right? Just goes through the air, lifelink. A lot of them aren't even playing, what's it called anymore? I guess I could have blocked for a double, but... Should I have stayed on blocks? Maybe I should have. This deals damage to ourselves. So at first I thought it was going to be really good. Then I thought it was a terrible card for a second. Because let's say you hit twice before you flip it, which is still pretty good. You've dealt yourself 4 damage, and then you're a 4/4 lifelink, and you have to actually hit once with it to even out, compared to it being a 2/1. Let's see. I guess we'll do this one. Close. Will he have a removal to kill Thursday? Like, see, we're just hurting ourselves. But the truth is, when it flips to a 4/4 lifelink, it's pretty sick. And 2/3 is reasonable, right? You won't really die to things. Dies to cut down, but not a lot of the other things. Like shock. Will he attack? He should, right? Alright, so we'll flip to a 4/4 lifelink. Can I play this? Cecil, Redeemed Paladin, Cecil, Dark Knight. You can play both, right? Now this is legendary, so if I flip this, I'm in trouble. Cecil, man. What a cool card. Like I said, I've hurt myself already. So, like, all he has to do is bounce my Quasi and then attack in with Slick Shot. And I've just owned myself. I'm not dead yet, right? Does he have another one? Probably. No, huh? You're telling me no. Risky. I mean, see, I now have I even evened out yet? I'm not sure. Well, one more hit and I will. Interesting card. I do think in this mono black shell it's good, especially since we're playing Gix, so the Death Touch helps. It's an interesting card. It's hard to evaluate. A big part of me thinks it's like the worst card ever, but my heart tells me it's great. And in fact, it has been performing well. I think other people too. And this deck's been doing great, so. Just gotta be the right shell, I think. And the fact we have a good amount of life gain really helps, obviously. We got the Quasi, we got the Deep Cavern. Have we... I mean, we will just do that, right? So we will put it on this. And, by the way, watch out about that. Because, since this has counters on it, it will not come back from the dead. Oh my god, this is the deck, though. It's the perfect Cecil game. We go down to 1 life. Climb back, baby! Beat Cutter in the process. We're at 14 life, so I don't know how you're going to beat that. So the reason we're not attacking with this, we don't want to flip it, or it will kill that one. But if they ever kill this, perfect. Remember when you attack with this, other attacking creatures get indestructible? Poor guy, huh? Did we screw up? No. So, I mean, we could just do that, right? This says if it has counters on it, you do not... Yeah, perfect. It will not regen. So even putting those counters on it makes it not regen. But a flying lifelink. Alright, Turbo Peanut. Mono Black is back, baby. Got little skeletons. We got a lot of Death Touch. My god. CECIL. Throwing in 3 CECIL. Put this deck over the top, baby. We did not go the full hand hate route that a lot of people are going. We went... we went more of the removal strategy. Which I think is nice because we have 4 strategic betrayal, which messes up graveyards anyways. So I don't really think we need a ton of hand hate, since most of the combos are graveyard strats. That is my belief, at least. We did throw a couple Feed the Swarms. Feed the Swarm helps kill enchantments, obviously, but additionally, it helps lose life for Cecil to get a surprise flip, which is beautiful. Cecil flips if you have under 10 life after it hits, or 10 or under. We'll show you Cecil for sure. Oh, skeletons are still busto. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Let's see. I guess I'll do this. I don't want him to hit a life linking guy. A little weird. Maybe I obviously, knowing now, should have done. Dude, if he hit it, I'm gonna be so mad. Alright, good. It is a good card. That. Huh. Do I draw? I guess so. Might as well, right? Is he gonna hit the thing I don't want him to hit, though? I mean, it's pretty beautiful. I don't play Gix that often, but now with all these Death Touchers, let's go. I probably will just kill the graveyard next turn. I don't want him to be able to reanimate stuff with his Yuna. Dude, we've been destroying, by the way. Climbed throughout most of Diamond with it. That is a funny card, huh? I mean, it comes back as a 4/4 that does stuff, which is wild, from your graveyard. Yeah. Does he have enough different types for that? I mean, Strategic Betrayal. Thank God for this card, dude. I hate having to play like Hand Hate or Counterspells. And Strategic Betrayal gets around that, more or less. Because I can stop combo decks while still killing stuff. Which is the best way. Now there's nothing in his graveyard to reanimate with this. Although maybe... No, he'd need another land, I guess he could do it. What's he gonna hit? A corpses? No. Makes sense. He's still dead. Oh, wow. Oh, you know what's funny? Guys, how funny is it that I actually have Enchantment Hate in my mono black? I can just kill that and get another corpses back. Masterpiece. We do have 3 of the new Cecil. We didn't play... I was trying to do another strategy with, like, life gain in the equipment thing. But honestly, even though that equipment card's really good, there's a 3-mana new black equipment. It's probably better in Rakdos with the equipment Manadoric. And additionally, there's already really good 3-drops. There's already really good... Too bad for cut down. I'm playing some of these now, which is a little weird. Which one? Which one? There's no lifelink, right? Yeah, I mean, I can do it a million ways. I'll do it that way. Skeletons are still alive too, baby. Let's go. All right, fingers Mazda. So I am doing 2 stabs and 2 cut downs. The reason is, there's a lot of like 0-3s and 1-3s these days. Like VV, for example, right? Things have changed a little bit on that front. I think we do this. Okay, so is that a monstrous rage or is that a shock? Shock, huh? So if he's playing shock, it means he's got all the burn. Like, he's got all the burn. Okay. I mean, I can just... Oh, I was going to say I can just kill that one, but... Do I care? Do I want CECIL? Okay, we lose 1 life. It'll be okay. Okay, so I know he'll kill that. I mean, he's doing good, right? Almost mythic, so he's on to something. He has so much burn, though. My God. Like, the fact that he's playing shock must mean he's not playing the other one. Unless he just, his budget card has wild card issues. Shock indicates you're playing 8 or at least 5 1-drop spells. Alright, dude, I love strategic, man. Also, to the extent he was doing anything with things in his graveyard, which he might have been. Skeletons coming in. Alright, G-Pass 79, let's go. This deck is so beautiful. Like I said, though, I really wanted to use, and I still have a shell to potentially use it. I wanted to use the new 3-mana black enchantment. That's a 4/1, and then you can equip for free. But how do you say no to Slasher and Quasi and Corpses? They're just so good in the 3-drop spot. I haven't been using this a lot, but my God, does it feel strong right now? So I assume I should take that? As I said, I am playing a few cutdowns. I mean, that's a reasonable card, right? Strategic. I do think we need that. I mean, Slasher is really good. People are only playing in the Demon Shell, but I don't think it needs to be there. Or it doesn't have to only be there, I mean. I had a sick blue Black Dimir deck with Slasher, Corpses, and Mockingbird, and it was called Flying Slashers and Skellies. I think I need to remake that. I think we're in that place again. It was really good, too. Can probably add some new cards. Okay, let me think. So, because of our land situation, you can tap this for a black land, but you need to pay 1 more. I mean, a little unfortunate. I only have 2 Soul Stones and 2 Conduits. I think Conduit's nice to ditch things like this in our skeleton. But we hit 3 of the 4 on our of the colorless lands. Is what it is, man. Is what it is. Let's go, baby. Let's go. What? Dude, it is honestly a little shocking to me. Dude, I can kill that thing. He said mono black has enchantment hate. Impossible. Impossible. I think I just have a one-off, though. Yeah, I just have a one-off. But I do have one of the Case of Stashed Skeletons, which, if they kill it, you can search for a card. That is funny. It's just a one-off. This guy is so mad. He just is playing Cutter. Can't even get to Mythic. Let's go. Getting beat by mono black over here. Out of control. So I can only kill one unless I get a land. The lands are weird. What? That's not the one to kill, dude. That's the one you can block. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake, sir. That's an oopsies. Shoot. I was playing in my bed and I was like, oh, I'm getting too close to Mythic. I gotta go on the computer. But I was actually playing my laptop in bed though, but I don't have recording over there. And I was like, it's okay. I've got like 5 games to Mythic. I'll probably lose one. I'll have enough for a video. Nope. We're just winning. I'm going to either have to keep playing after Mythic or this video will be 5 minutes long. And by 5 minutes, I mean 20. Don't you love when they just do stuff like that? Like, if he doesn't have a way to block this in the air, he's just wasting everybody's time. He's like, if I make more creatures, maybe I can win. Can he bounce it? Oh, he can. He can. I talked smack and... ah, shoot. If he had killed it normally, I could have put it on this. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. If he had killed it normally, I could have, from the graveyard, put the counters on this to give it flying. So he actually beat me. Shoot! In my defense, I'm happy now, because now I gotta play a little longer. And secondly... I hope Cutter gets banned. Stupid deck. Stupid deck. Will he attack with all? Okay, that will be enough to make a... oof. Oof. Alright, good game. Man, those two really hurt. Alright, Pelpiece. Looks reasonable. So we will start... so Conduit, you generally might want to start with it if there's no other play. And you're not going to need 2 mana. But otherwise... it's very nice to save for corpses because it's a free descend trigger usually. So if you run out of cards and you play corpses last, it will be free descend, assuming the top card is a permanent. Jeez Louise, what is this nightmare? I guess slow him down, right? Uses it for temporary lockdown, he gets a big smack to the face. So he might think he can use that to exile it, but it won't work. Because I can go like this. Oopsie doopsies. Oopsie doopsies. Alright, now can he have enough for Gixes actually? Looks like not. That's a problem. It's a problem, good sir. Whatever we put. We did risk it a little with the lance. Smash. Alright. 2 dog Raza. Let's go. So the reason I was off the last few days, I mentioned in my last video, was I was traveling to the East Coast. But I'm back and we got some bangers. I'm still perfecting. I want to upgrade my Saga's deck. I'm still perfecting an Insidious Roots with a whole new mechanic. And we also have a Sacrifice deck in Golgari. Those are the most promising ones. I have a green-blue deck too. Focused on growing. Actually, I won't tell you what it's focused on. You'll have to wait and see, baby. Jeez Louise. I think it's questing. I don't want card draw, right? And if he plays, I guess he'll move it to the side, right? That'll be slow, though. So, I mean, look, we have 24 lands. A land is going to secure it for us. Wow, you're dead. You're dead, sir. That was a bad play. We do need a land at some point, though. Is he gonna get lucky with something? Reasonable, I guess. Reasonable. Land. Land. Can you imagine if we just lose to a Swift Spirit being buffed by Snakeskins? Doesn't look like we will. Hexproof, huh? Just making sure it wasn't indestructible. Look at these 3-drops, guys. Never. That's why I was saying I want to play the new black equipment. But when I did look at the options, so the new card in here is 3 CECILs, but it helps a lot. And we are playing 2 Gix Praetor, which is a beautiful card. God. So our 3-drops are 4 Corpses, 3 Quasi-Revenants, 3 Slashers, and 2 Gix. My God, the 3-drop spot is stacked in black now. And Gix is so much better now that we have 5. We're playing 5 Death Touch 1-drops. 3 CECILs and 2 Tiny Bones. We could try to play more, but I don't love the legendary status, right? But as you saw, CECIL can kind of get around that a bit. I mean, it's not going to be a problem. So usually you don't want to block if you think you can get multiple turns out of this, because then you're just going to gain so much life, right? Now, could he still win? I guess we are saving it. Alright, that's not enough. If he had like a... what's it called? Whatever I stole from him. He had what I stole from him. Okay. 2, 3. Well, I guess it doesn't matter, because I might as well just block, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I probably didn't have to block, but... Why not? Why not block when you're this good at the game, baby? Oh, look at our next cards too. We had so much gas in the tank. I think, dude, we got to Mythic too quick. Got to it is what it is. I might start with a short video. I just got back from traveling. We're gonna make some more bangers. I want to get one out today, actually. Like and subscribe, baby. Smashing. Let's go.